Namaskar, I am Prakash Astrologer presenting you weekly forecast, weekly horoscope based on your moon sign, on your Chandra Rashi. Let us talk about Aries, but the prediction is based on your moon sign according to Indian astrology. Aries, this coming week, the position of Mars and Saturn in 8th house, and Mars is retrograded. Shani's Dhaya is already there for Aries. Mentally, you can be very restless. Sometimes level of satisfaction will not be there. You have to be aware of any kind of a deception, cheating, or may I say fraud. Health-wise, take care of any issue linked with blood, urine, bladders, anything to do with lower abdomen. Sometimes life can be offering you quite a few issues scenario. Sometimes, some days are full of stress or restlessness or tension. But you have to handle the situation very carefully. The position of Sun in 2nd house will create a lot of issues regarding flow of income, financial backing, as well as something to do with money. Mentally, you can be quite excited. This is not a time to initiate any argument or conflict with any family members. If you do, situation can be far worse than your imagination. This coming week, what the best you can do, you have to use your common sense. You have to keep cool and calm and well composed with yourself. Try not to overreact to any situation. This particular time phase is just testing you. You have to look after your health, your well-being, and your relationship. Maybe there are a lot of issues you can talk about. Maybe you're quite annoyed with the situation. Maybe you feel trapped and not getting anywhere with that. But this particular time period is temporary phase, not permanent phase. Situation will be better. You'll be moving on. Situation, you'll be out of this whole trapped equation, no doubt about it. But this particular time is just, you have to deal with every scenario with patience and tolerance. Maybe the time is testing your fiber. You have to be very careful about your word or speech. More you initiate argument or conflict, more you lose your temper, more you're going to defect the situation. Not for better, for worse off. So choice is yours. This is a time to keep peace. Calm down yourself, please. Don't lose your temper. Situation will be fine. But by weekend, you might be blessed with a sudden financial gain. You will be blessed with sudden achievement. There might be somebody you want to see again and again, a very lovely person, and in which you want to develop the long-term relationship with this person. This can be out of the blue. And you will also receive a very fantastic news by weekend. So let's go for the task. Task-wise, donate 8 kg sugar to temple in the langar. Donate 6 kg basmati rice to temple in the langar. Take 800 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. Take 5 kg barley, feed the birds in the park. Donate a religious priest mixed color blanket, bananas, money. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, refrain from consuming any form of non-vegetarian food, any form of seafood, refrain from consuming any form of alcohol, smoking, any intoxication, any kind of a liquor. And be presentable. It's very important. The chant of the week for Aries, for this coming week, Om Sharim Harim Strim Hom Fat. Om Sharim Harim Strim Hom Fat. Om Sharim Harim Strim Hom Fat. More you do this chanting, Bhagavati Tara will help you, stand by you, dig you out from any scenario, situation, complications. Om Sharim Harim Strim Hom Fat. Going to talk about Taurus. Taurus, this particular week for you, The position of Venus and Mercury and 12th house. Beware of financial losses, financial complications. Sometimes you'll come across a sudden situation which can raise your expenditure, a tricky situation, unexpected financial expenditure. Domestic life or scenarios can be full of complications, tensions. Sometimes you will feel insecure. You have to be very careful about your loans, about your debts, about if you want to borrow some money. You have to be very careful about your investment. Beware of any risky investment. May I say that, Taurus, after 19th of May, the Sun and Venus are going together. Situation will be changing for bigger and better. Financial situation will be better off than before. You will be in contact with a lot of professional people, powerful people, decision maker. A lot of people will support you, stand by you, acknowledge your knowledge, ability and skill. But you have to present yourself in the most finest way. At the same time, you must be very careful about your relationship. Beware of any financial deception, professional deception. At the same time, beware of any personal cheating and personal deception. You have to be very careful. Try to be a part of a solution, not a part of the problem. Refrain from any kind of scandalous situation and look after your name and reputation. This is not the time to initiate any domestic row or conflict. You have to handle the situation most tactfully. The task of the week for Taurus for this coming week: try to wear a copper coin and a silver chain around your neck. Second task, which is quite important: donate 5 kilogram basmati rice to temple in the langar. Take 4 kilogram barley, feed the birds in the park. Try to have your meal in the kitchen. Donate mixed color blanket, bananas, money to a religious priest. So these are your tasks. Another task which I can offer you, if you can, please donate 7 kilogram sugar to temple in the langar. The precaution: refrain from losing temper, and this is not a time to lend anybody any money for any reasons, and beware of cheating and deception. The chant, Taurus, you must do this chant to achieving highest power and authority and status. Aum Harim Ghrine Suryaye Adityaye Sharim Aum. Aum Harim Ghrine Suryaye Adityaye Sharim Aum. More you do this chanting, more you achieve rising status, prestige, honor, authority and power. Going to talk about Gemini. Gemini, this coming week, the start of the week can be tricky, but your hard work, your efforts will pay you back. Income resources will be developed as compared to past. No doubt you're going to come across a lot of professional complications, hassles, sometimes professional challenges. People will cheat you. Your own people can take you for a ride. Your own people will deceive you. You have to be very careful. It doesn't matter that if your own members sometimes can cross the line. You have to keep a very close eye when you're dealing with your own people or outsiders. Health-wise, take care of any issue linked with any problem below the button of belly. Anything to do with urine, blood, bladders, feet, legs, knees. By the weekend, situation will change. By the weekend, situation will be changing for bigger and better. But whatever you do, try not to be impulsive. Try not to be hasty. And try not to go into a paranoia mode, and by that way, you can make biggest mistakes. You have to calm down yourself. The chanting, the task, the precaution. Task of the week for Gemini: donate 6 kilogram sugar, 12 kilogram wholemeal atta to temple in the langar. Another task: donate 3 kilogram haldi to temple in the langar. Next task, you should be doing it. Take 600 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. Precaution wise, refrain from keeping any kind of elephant like statues in the house. Refrain from keeping any kind of unnecessary or out of order electrical goods, out of order electronic goods, unused mobile phone chargers, so any kind of a clutter, unused books or magazines or broken glass or mirrors. So keep yourself clutter free. The chanting for Gemini. Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Chamundaya Viche. 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 More you do it, more you achieve the rising. Going to talk about Cancer. Cancer, this coming week, the expenditure will be sky high. You will be in contact with a lot of foreign-oriented people or people from foreign land. Due to their contact, you will come across an opportunity which will offer you prosperity, rising, success, a well-defined opportunity for import and export, or may I say some sort of a unique business opportunity in which you can devote yourself to a joint venture with somebody who's from abroad. A lot of plannings, joint venture schemes are there. You can implement it. Family support is must for your success, prosperity. May I say that after 20th of May, there will be a rise in financial gain, there will be a rise in financial prosperity, comfort level will be sky high. No doubt there are a lot of running around. May I say that few hassles are there. But you'll go through few tensions, few complications. But whatever you do, try not to humiliate or may I say that hurt anyone's ego, pride or honor. You have to be very polite when you present your idea to somebody. Try not to make anybody small. Otherwise, you'll end up spoiling the relationship. Health-wise, take care of your digestive system. Anything to do with neck, throat, anything to do with lower abdomen or digestive system. You have to be careful. Cancerian, task of the week for you. First thing first, donate 8 kilogram bananas to temple in the langar. Second task, take 2 kilogram barley, feed the birds in the park. Next task which you can do it, may I say that take 500 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. Donate 5 kilogram sugar to temple in the langar. So these are your tasks. Next, another task will take 3 kilogram rice, donate to the temple in the langar. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, watch your diet, watch your word of speech. Whatever you do, try not to insult anybody and watch your financial transaction. The chant of the week for Cancerian. Hum Hanumate Rudratmukai Hum Fat Hum Hanumate Rudratmukai Hum Fat Hum Hanumate Rudratmukai Hum Fat. More you do this chanting, more Bajrang Baliviji will help you. Going to talk about Leo. Leo, this coming week, Sun and Saturn are some saptak. They're exactly occupied in front of each other, but 180 degrees apart. Sun is a father, Saturn is a son. There are a lot of family complications, a lot of issues, scenarios. This is not the time to build up your ego. This is not the time to make everything, whatever anybody says, is a question about your prestige or honor. No. This is a time to listen to people and their views and respect it. There are a lot of different opinions, but it does not matter if the opinion are differentiate from each other. You don't have to initiate an argument or conflict and disturb the peace of the family or relationship or house. There will be lots of running around, but sometimes efforts will be quite a lot. but the assumptions and the reality will never match. And due to that, sometimes you can be very frustrated, quite annoyed with the whole overall situation. You want to achieve more, you always want to achieve more. But sometimes the rate of progression, the rate of achievement is not matching the real result. May I say that you have to exercise your patience more and more. The Jupiter position in Leo with Rahu, sometime you'll find that you're isolated or you're trapped into situation. But I don't think so that is the case. But think positive and be positive. The situation will change for bigger and better. There are a lot of tensions hanging around due to family, due to relationship, due to this scenario situation. But those tensions are going through temporary phase. Those tensions will be diminished in the future. But whatever you do, try to do your best to make a very good, sound family relationship where people can talk to each other. Try not to be detached from the family. You cannot afford to detach from the loved one due to small matters. Sometimes you just wait and watch and just move on to the next level. Task of the week for Leo, for this coming week. First thing first, donate your sisters, your nieces, your aunts money. Second task, take 5 kilogram barley, feed the birds in the park. Third, donate a religious priest mixed color blanket, bananas money. Another task, mix saffron and milk, make a paste. Do wear a saffron tilak on your forehead. Next task, donate blind school money. How much you can afford, it's up to you. Precaution, watch your attitude. Refrain from aggressive or stubborn attitude. Try not to be a part of a problem or part of a conflict. Please don't go for there. The chanting for Leo. Eng bhaur bhave swahe, eng tat savitur varneniyam, eng bhargo devasya dhimahi, eng dhiyo yo nah prachodayat, eng. But the large scale, if you want to achieve bigger and better, more and more, then may I say that do the chanting like this. Eng harim sharim kalim, bhaur bhave swahe, eng harim sharim kalim, tat savitur varneniyam, eng harim sharim kalim, bhargo devasya dhimahi, eng harim sharim kalim, dhiyo yo nah prachodayat, eng harim sharim kalim. This is a Bhin Path Prayog with Gayatri, and all the Bij Mantra belong to Ma Bhagavati. So this is a finest combination. More you do it, more you achieve power, prosperity, knowledge, ability, skill, and authority. Going to talk about Virgo. Virgo, this coming week, the Lord planet Mercury is in 8th house. Situation can be sometimes complicated, demanding. You have to be very careful about your health, well-being, at the same time your business, profession and career. Sometimes situation is not very positive. Due to that, you can be very annoyed, very irritated and quite temperamental with your attitude. But may I say that by winding up yourself and losing temper will not be sort of any problem of yours. This is a very crucial time. You have to be very careful about your financial backing. If you're taking any loan or debt, you have to be extra careful. You will be able to materializing your plans, no doubt about it, but you have to wait and watch. There are major obstacles, sometimes technical delays in completion of your plans. But you have to be more determined, you have to be more positive, you have to be more driven regarding your success and prosperity. But if you're a student or a professional consultant, you have to make sure you should be a part of a solution and you have to act very positively, creatively, constructively. By that way, instead of expecting something bigger and better, you're also doing bigger and better things by actions. Virgo, task of the week for you. Donate whole moong dal, pure ghee to temple in the langar. Another task, take 4 kilogram chana dal, float in the fastest flowing river. Next task, take 4 kilogram barley, feed the birds in the park. Another task which you should do, take 300 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, watch your attitude. I don't think so you should be more emotional. I think you should be more practical. Becoming emotional will not be any help. Practicality will linger on with you. Practicality can resolve the problem. Practicality can move you out from this trap. The chant you must do. Aum Harim Ghrine Suryaye Adityaye Sharim Aum. Aum Harim Ghrine Suryaye Adityaye Sharim Aum. More you do it, more you achieve it. Going to talk about Libra. Libra this particular week is a phenomenal week. May I say that position of Mercury and Venus and 7th house. The 7th aspect on the Lagna. Lot of your efforts will be handsomely rewarded. You'll be able to resolve a lot of your problems and complications with your positive and creative action. Friends and family will stand by you. Due to their help, you can resolve a lot of your issues. There will be a happy occasion, celebration. There will be a rise in status and prestige. Your ability will be recognized and appreciated by professional people. You're involving yourself in a new project, new ventures, new ideas. And you can materialize your plans now. This is the right time and launch something unique. But at the same time, you have to be very careful about your health, well-being. If there are any issue linked with eyesight or lower abdomen, you must consult your doctor. Temperamental attitude, out of control behavior will only do something, spoil the situation. You have to be very careful about your word of speech. If you are making any promises with anybody, you have to keep up your promises. And second part, beware of any kind of verbal financial contract. This is not the time to make any verbal financial contract with anybody. People will let you down. People will cheat you. People will deceive you. People will run away with your money. You have to be very careful. But sometimes situation can be little bit more complicated than this. Whatever you do, you have to plan your action very thoroughly before you make any commitment. You have to think about the long-term future. But having said that, watch your word of speech. Task of the week for Libra. First thing first, take 8 kilogram gur, 4 kilogram rice, mix together, float in the fastest flowing river. Another task, take 11 kilogram chana dal, float in the fastest flowing river. Another task which you should doing it, take 5 kilogram barley, feed the birds in the park. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, watch your temper, watch your word of speech. The chant of the week for Libra. Aum Ganesh Rinam Chinde Varneyam Hom Name Fat. Aum Ganesh Rinam Chinde Varneyam Hom Name Fat. Aum Ganesh Rinam Chinde Varneyam Hom Name Fat. This is the finest chanting to remove your debts. This is the finest chanting to dig you out from any kind of a financial traumatic situations. This is the finest chanting to improve your financial backing for bigger and better. Scorpio, this coming week for you, I say that the position of Sun in 7th house, 7th aspect on the Lagna. No doubt there are a lot of obstacles, delays, complications. I say that everybody will test your fiber. Your own people will try to wind you up. Sometimes support is not there. Sometimes help is not there. Profession will offer you major challenges, complications, waste of time. Sometimes hiccups, sometimes you can derail your own project. This is very tricky time. You have to be very careful about your decisions, choices, conduct, dealing and your own actions. Sometimes the opportunities around you will be quite a lot. May I say that environment around you can be positive, but the support system, what you need, the infrastructure is not there. Due to that, you will not be able to take advantage of the situation. Expenditure can be sky high. And second part is, due to foreign contract, you can achieve some sort of a financial gain, prosperity. But due to position of Mars can be retrograded. Due to that, you can be quite annoyed or sometimes mentally very, very tensed. Whatever the situation is, may I say that refrain from any kind of a superficial state of mind. You have to be a person of action. Believe in karma and try to do positive karma, positive action to achieve something dignified. The task of the week for Scorpio: donate whole moong dal 6 kg, pure ghee 6 kg, donate to the temple. Second task, if you can do that, take 5 kg rice, donate to the temple in the langar. Take 10 kg barley, feed the birds in the park, in different parts of the park. Another task, may I say that, take 700 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, watch your temper, watch your action, watch your decision, watch your choices, watch your dealing or mingling with people, and refrain from cheating and deception. The chant of the week for Scorpio: Om Eng Harim Kalim Chamundai Viche Namo Shivai. 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 More you do it, more you achieve rising and backing. Going to talk about Sagittarius. Sagittarius, the position of your Lord planet Jupiter is back on the track. Is transiting in the 9th house with Rahu. Past efforts will bring financial rewards for you. Your ability will be recognized by professional people, by powerful people, by decision maker. Due to that, status, prestige will be honorably there for you, just waiting for you. Professional fluctuation can up and down, no doubt about it, but all the changes, all the fluctuation will bring reward, success, name and fame, establishment for you. Sometimes expenditure can be sky high, but some expenditure you have to do. There's no way you can avoid that particular expenditure. But by weekend, tension level can be sky high, or sometimes you can be very upset with your own people due to their attitude, due to how they're isolating you, why people are not recognizing your status in the family. Sometimes you can be very disappointed with family members' attitude toward you. Sometimes level of satisfaction is not there. But may I say that you have to give them space, time. With space and time, people will realize the value of you in the real-time system. You are the most unique asset to the family, but please bear with them. Just give them space and time, please. The task of the week for Sagittarius: first thing first, donate whole meal atta, sugar to temple in the langar. Next task, take 9 kg barley, feed the birds in different parts of park. Next task, donate 3 religious priests mixed color blanket, bananas money. Another task, take a copper coin, make a hole in the center, put a silver chain through it, try to wear it around your neck. Next task, take 12 blue flowers, write your own name on each flower and bury in the ground on Friday evening. Take 1200 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, watch your actions, watch your conduct, watch your family relationship. The chant of the week, Sagittarius: Om Eng Harim Sharim Kalim Hasso Jagat Prasutaya Name. Om Eng Harim Sharim Kalim Hasso Jagat Prasutaya Name. The finest chant for success, prosperity, economical establishment. Going to talk about Capricorn. Capricorn, this coming week, Sun and Saturn. The position of Sun in 5th house, Saturn position in 11th house. Sun and Saturn, samsaptak. So due to that, you have to be very careful about your relationship with the family members, about your relationship with your colleagues and superior. Sometimes relationship will be full of tension. Your temper can be sky high. Sometimes with you will lead your life with aggression. Very annoyed sometimes, very upset. But screaming and shouting, blaming people or backstabbing anybody will not be any help. Exactly the opposite behavior will be the biggest help to you. You have to be polite, you have to be approachable, you have to calm down your temper. You have to use your temper for creativity, not lashing out at people. But may I say that sometimes you'll come across technical obstacles. You are doing a lot of things. Sometimes people will not appreciate that. You are doing this thing and that thing. Sometimes people's attitude or people can be short-sighted about what your actions are. But at the same time, don't take everything to your heart. There are still some people who are appreciating your ability, knowledge and skill. Position of Venus is not very fantastic. Due to that, sometimes you can be very annoyed, very upset, and sometimes you take everything deep to your heart. Please don't do that. That can jeopardize your concentration. You'll be worrying all the time. You'll be thinking negatively all the time. You have to be very careful about your driving, about your expenditure, about your personal decisions you're making. But try not to jeopardize your personal life because you are frustrated. Don't do that. You have to calm down yourself. Task of the week for Capricorn. Donate 8 kg chana dal, 2 kg haldi powder to temple in the langar. Take 8 kg barley, feed the birds in the park. Take 1100 gram black salt, bury in the ground on Saturday morning. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, watch your temper. May I say especially, watch your word or speech. The chant, you must be doing it. Om Harim Kalim Hum Matangai Fat Swaha. Om Harim Kalim Hum Matangai Fat Swaha. More you do it, more you achieve it. Aquarius, the position of Saturn, your Lord planet Saturn, and Mars, they combine together in the house of profession. This combination is very unique if you're a self-employed businessman. The position of Sun, exactly 180 degrees away from Mars, Saturn. Position of Sun in 4th house, position of Mars and Saturn in 10th house. You'll come across few professional challenges and complications, but you can resolve it, you can sort it out, you can do it. No doubt about it. Whatever you do, make sure domestic situation must not overlap your professional ambitions. Make sure whatever you do in personal life, that should not put you off. You want to do something bigger and better in professional life. Sometimes due to ego clashes, family relationship can be fluctuating. Joint venture can be questionable. But may I say that you have to be careful. As longer your discipline is there, as longer your diplomacy is there, as longer your honorable word of speech is there, as longer you're not aggressive all the time, as longer you're a well thoughtful person, you will be fine. If you are shrewd, aggressive, have no compassion, then you can spoil anything, go everything. But may I say that after 19th of May, the position of Venus in your 4th house, due to that, situation will change for bigger and better. Financial gain, prosperity will be there. Resources will be there, opportunities will be there. You will be fine. But till that time, you have to be honorable in your conduct. You have to be calm. Try not to be hasty. And try not to be out of control regarding your aggression, temper. I need your aggression in your creativity, not for a screaming or shouting or lashing out at anybody. No. But this coming week will offer you financial gain, prosperity, luxuries, lifestyle. Let's talk about the task. Donate 8 kilogram basmati rice to temple in the langar. Take 3 kilogram whole moong, soak in the water on Tuesday. Feed the birds on Wednesday. Do wear a gold square piece in a gold chain around your neck. Do wear a golden yellow sapphire in a gold square piece in a gold chain around your neck. Take 7 kilogram barley, feed the birds in the park. So these are your tasks. Precaution wise, watch your conduct, watch your temper, watch your actions. Beware of cheating and deception. The chant of the week for Aquarius: Om Sharim Harim Kalim Gulom Gam Ganpate Varvarde Name. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Gulom Gam Ganpate Varvarde Name. More you achieve it, more you do it, more you achieving rising, success, prosperity. Going to talk about Pisces. Pisces this coming week will offer you mixed fruit, mixed rewards. Your hard work, your efforts will bring prosperity, rising, success, name, fame, establishment. Sometimes expenditure can be sky high. That's normal. After 19th of May, Sun and Venus are together. Be prepared for a foreign travel. Running around will be quite a lot. But may I say that this coming week you have to be very careful about your relationship with your family members. But whatever you do, try not to insult or humiliate anybody with your sharp language. But sometimes you can be very upset, disappointed, very annoyed and detached. Sometimes Pisces, that can be normal. It's not the end of the world. But that particular phase is not permanent, it's temporary, but you will be fine. The task of the week for Pisces: take 6 kilogram chana dal, flow it in the fastest flowing river. Take 6 solid silver balls, keep it in your bag or pocket. Next task, try to wear a gold square piece in a gold chain around your neck. Be presentable. Try to wear a spray or aftershave or perfume, please. Precaution. Try not to do anything which you can't justify. The chanting of the week for Pisces: Om Sharim Harim Kalim Eng Vajr Verochniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Om Sharim Harim Kalim Eng Vajr Verochniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. More you do it, more you achieve it. Thanks for watching my weekly horoscope. If you have enjoyed this video, then please do give it a like. To get the latest and advanced horoscope based on your moon sign, weekly, monthly, yearly, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be back. Look after yourself. Take care.